Now, the most important step before you start credit repair is how to read a credit report. Look at the accounts on your credit report and understand what's the level of difficulty for each account. So how does a credit repair specialist, which will be you, look at your credit report and understand the difficulty, rate each account that you have on your credit report to know how long it's going to take and what type of effort is going to be necessary to get that account removed. So let's cover it. The easiest to the hardest. Now, I'm going to give each one a grade between 1 and 5. 5 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest, and I'm going to give a special grade to an account to be named later that's going to be 10. That's going to signify not only is it hard, it's going to take an extreme amount of time to get that account removed. So let's go with the easiest. What are the easiest counts to get removed? A hard inquiry that's almost 24 months old. Of course, personal information that's incorrect. Any negative account that's close to 7 years old, such as a charge-off, collection, bankruptcy, Chapter 13, repossession, foreclosure, or eviction, because if it's close to 7 years old, it's almost at the point and where the credit bureaus can no longer report it because it's going to exceed the statute of limitations. So it makes it easier to remove older negative accounts. Now, unauthorized hard inquiries are also easy to remove, and that occurs when you go to apply for a car loan and they submit your application to 30 banks or 10 banks, and you did not give them permission to. So that is one. So remember, those are easy accounts to remove. Number 2. Now these score number 2. A collection that is close to 3 years old, a charge-off that's close to 3 or 4 years old, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy that's older than 2 to 3 years, a repossession that's older than 2 years old, foreclosure, eviction, or a student loan that has been paid and settled but still reflects late payments. The difficulty level on those will be a 2. Now we're getting into a different territory. These are going to require more effort, and these are 3. A charge-off, collection that are under 1 year old. These are going to be a 3. You're going to need more effort, and this is going to be a little bit more difficult to remove. The next account will be a foreclosure that's under a year old, a Chapter 13 that's under a year old, but it was dismissed. These will be rated at a 3. Now 4. Now this is 4th in difficulties, meaning these are going to require more effort than the 3, going to be harder to remove. That'll be a late payment that is still on an open account, meaning you have a car, you made a late payment within the past 12 months, you've made significant payments on this vehicle, the account is still active, so this is going to be a harder account to remove, and that would also go for a late payment on a mortgage, late payment on a credit card. If the account is active and is within the past 12 months, you're going to have more difficulty having those removed. Now, if you have a collection that is being actively pursued, what is actively pursued? That means the debt collector is contacting you either by telephone, email, and in some cases text message in an effort to settle that debt. This is going to be a 4. It's going to be harder to remove, and it's going to require more effort, and it's going to take longer period of time to have that addressed. The next item will be a charge-off that also is active. What is an active charge-off? That means the original creditor still holds the account. They are pursuing you either by telephone or mail, requesting payment for that account. So that account is going to be harder to remove. A student loan that has been transferred to another service provider, but is a current student loan. What does that mean? You're still in school, or you've just gotten out of school, and the student loan is actively being pursued, and you've made late payments, or they didn't take your settlement agreement. This is going to be number 4, which is almost the hardest to remove. The next, if you're in an active Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and where that's called a wage earner's bankruptcy, meaning they take money out of your paycheck, or you agreed to pay the courts a certain amount, and the Chapter 13 is under a year old. This account is going to require more effort, and it's going to take longer. Now, let's move to accounts that are the most difficult to remove. Those accounts would be a late payment that's occurred within the past 3 months, or several late payments with the same lender, bank, or credit card company. For example, you have a credit card, you made a late payment in 2023, you made 2 in 2024, and you had a late payment in 2025. This is going to be difficult to have each one removed, and it's going to take significant effort and significant time. The other, if you had credit repair performed previously within the past year, you didn't get the results you liked or wanted, and you are now going to do your credit repair behind the company or individual who did credit repair previously, all of those accounts are going to be harder to remove. Reason being, the credit bureaus have seen a lot of disputes, have ignored those disputes, either based upon the fact they were poorly written, or the effort wasn't consistent, but for whatever reason, the credit repair was ineffective. The credit bureaus are now alerted to it, and now they have tightened up their defenses. Now, one of the most difficult accounts to remove can either occur because you hired someone or a firm, or you use this method. This is called a reinserted account. Reinsertion occurs typically when you have filed an identity theft report or claim using the FTC identity theft form. It was removed, and when that account was removed, it stayed off your credit report for either a month up to 8 to 12 months. And it was placed back on your credit report, which is called reinsertion. And this occurred when the original creditor or debt collector, in some cases, will verify with the credit bureau the account is yours and the FTC identity theft form was fraudulent. Now, of course, they're not going to tell you it's fraud. What they're going to tell the credit bureau, this person wasn't a victim of identity theft. We have a copy of the original application. We have a copy of previous payments. We have phone recordings in where we spoke to the account holder. This account is a legitimate account. Now it's placed back on your credit report. That is a reinserted account. Those accounts are extremely hard to remove. Reinserted accounts can go from 5 to 10. What is a 10? Any account that is being reinserted on your credit report due to a failed credit sweep and where somebody filed identity theft reports on your behalf. Once they're reinserted, they can either be a 5 or a 10. A 5 means they can still be removed, but it is going to take anywhere from 6 to 12 months. A 10 means this item can be disputed for the next year, not be removed. What makes the difference between a 5 and a 10? If the credit bureaus reinsert more than one account all at the same time from your previous credit repair specialist who used the identity theft, the data breach, or the credit sweep, if you notice you have more than 2 reinserted accounts on your credit report, you now have each of those accounts are 10. The credit bureaus now have marked your credit file as previously using fraudulent methods to have those items removed. So those are the hardest accounts to remove. And in most cases, when it's a 10, it's going to take you a little bit over a year before you start seeing noticeable progress. Now, make sure you watch the next video. My next video will tell you how long should credit repair take based upon the information from this video. So when I tell you if it's easy, if you have a credit report that has nothing but old items on there, your credit repair probably take 2 months or less. But make sure you watch how long should it take to get my credit repair. Thank you.